The movie definitely has some interesting choices that it makes, and I know that seems to be the dividing thing in the Star Wars community. It's like, hey, if you watch this movie without any backstory of Star Wars, and this was just a standalone movie, I think it would excel in that realm. But given, I think, The Last Jedi and what was set up in The Force Awakens, there's some points in this movie that definitely make you feel like, whew, you either are going to love them or you're going to hate them, or or you're not going to understand the tone or the context, so you can't feel what's happening or the stakes of what's happening in those moments. So, um, yeah, I'll keep it simple with that. What else? The visuals of this movie and the effects are amazing. Definitely a lot of callbacks to old Star Wars fans, all the way from episode 1 to episode 6 to episode 7 to 8. And just they are bombarding you Dragon Ball Z style with just pew, 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 like all these different things that will make you feel nostalgia and make you remember just how you felt on your individual Star Wars journey, and connect to maybe your even favorite scenes throughout the franchise of history. So, one of the other, so that gets a thumbs up. So we're up to a thumbs up, a thumb sideways, and a thumbs up. The acting I thought was really good. A lot of people didn't like John Boyega's character with Finn, but I actually thought he was all right. I think, again, there were some interesting choices that were made with him that they just pretended like, we're just not going to address certain things that happened in previous movies. But overall, I felt like the acting was really good. Everybody held their own as a character. Nobody was really kind of annoying to see on camera. They did a great job chopping up the Princess Leia bits to make it not so obvious that obviously she was no longer able to be a part of this movie. So I really enjoyed that. And again, it definitely put as many people as you can think about from the Star Wars community in this movie, without getting into spoilers. But there may have been a few things that I wish were done a little bit differently. So the acting was great. The characters were great. However, there was a few things I was really, really hoping to see from a nostalgia factor. Two things in particular that did not make their way fully into this movie. So that's that. But overall, I think I'm trying to think of anything else. They did a good job of not getting too stuck on the droid stuff too much. It was a good balance there. But overall, they introduced some new characters also, which I thought was an interesting thing. Some people didn't like that because you're supposed to be wrapping up a saga, but you're introducing new stuff. So I can understand the conflict there. Overall, though, guys, I would say go see the movie. If I was going to give it an instant grade, my first thought was a B to a C plus, somewhere in that range. But it's definitely worth seeing. I think the only thing that first thought that came to my head was this movie would have been better if you were to take The Last Jedi out of the Star Wars canon, which is controversial because I didn't know beforehand how many fans and how many Star Wars people actually loved The Last Jedi. I think that it was the best, or if not one of the top 2 or 3 best Star Wars movies that came out, and I absolutely hated it. Like they used to say on what's that show called? Oh my God, Living Color. Hated it. Like that's exactly how I felt about the Last Jedi. But this one, I think it holds its own very well, and I definitely think it'll age better after the second time you see it. Like I think people will have a better feel for it, the pacing, because the pacing can just be a lot when you first see a movie in general. So again, go check it out. There's definitely parts that are sad. There's definitely parts that make you love the movies, and there's part that will make you cringe. But it's a fun ride, and I think that's all you can ask nowadays for in a movie. So yeah, I think this is the last big movie we had this year, and I think I feel complete by this year's worth of movies. This movie did not take away from my movie journey. So yeah. Anyway, guys, this is Bruce of One Chance Many Sounds. Follow me on IG at @the1_chance, one spelled out. And yeah, look forward to doing another spoiler movie edition review with you guys, with possibly a few of the guests from the show this weekend. So take care.